How's it going, everybody? This is Dr. Hefe playing some more Disco Elysium, the final cut. And last time we got our board game collection started. Look at these cool things. You got Whirl, the board game, as well as Suzerainty. We haven't even taken the plastic wrap off this bad boy yet. You know what? Let's take the plastic wrap off. We don't care. We're not gonna give it to that freaking racist dude with the chipped mug and his fascist ideas. We're removing the plastic wrap.
Rips off as easily as a bodice in a tawdry historical romance.
Well, all right. We didn't have to go that far. You know, we're not ripping off some bodices here.
There's a hiss as the lid slides off. Inside, you find a thick, full-color rulebook and more than a dozen pouches of various wooden components.
Oh, nice.
Healed
the morale. The new board game
of wood,
smell.
paper, and ink, all wrapped in the sweet must of cardboard.
Kim, wanna play? Yes, finally we can play. But first we're gonna read the rule book. Like, we gotta know the rules in order to play a board game. Come on. I love how we're opening it up out in the rain too. This is awesome.
Welcome to Suzerainty, a game of economic strategy for the whole family. The rulebook is sumptuously illustrated and thick as a Gradian novel.
I love this. Let's go make our money. A proper game to teach the children about the importance of trade and the global economy.
The colorful illustrations depict cheerful workers picking apricots, hauling marble sculptures out of crumbling temples, and harvesting a strange magenta-leafed plant. Everyone is smiling.
Yeah, of course. Sounds like the British Empire to me. Gotta go get your tea. Gotta go plunder some ancient artifacts. It's all good. In the hood.
You begin to suspect there may be a political agenda to this so-called family game. Only one way to find out.
All right, Rhetoric, we'll keep
The
reading.
instructions are opaque at first and introduce many concepts you're not familiar with. Fortunately, there are many diagrams and examples throughout. You soon figure out the basic conceit. Each player represents an administrator for the suzerain of Revachol. Your objective is to increase the suzerain's wealth and renown by accumulating victory points.
Love this one. Fuck the suzerain. What about my wealth and renown? I'm only got 232k right here, but that was from basically scamming some poor artist out of her palette board and then selling it to a ridiculously wealthy dude in a frickin' shipping container. It just sounds so ridiculous when you say it out loud.
There is no path to wealth and renown, but through the suzerain. As one of the suzerain's trusted administrators, your very function is the glorification of Revachol. That's where the suzerain's vassals come in. The game features 4 vassal nations, each one home to an economically important resource. Each turn, the player collects resources from vassals where they've placed
It's a worker
workers.
placement
They
game.
may then rearrange their workers, fulfill contracts for coin and bonuses, or build structures back in Revachol.
Wow, this definitely does sound like a worker placement game.
As you leaf through the pages, your eye catches on a sidebar labeled Advice for Beginners.
Yeah, give me that advice. I'm probably gonna get hella XP from that.
Remember, there are many paths to victory in Suzerainty, but successful players will find one strategy and commit to it wholeheartedly.
That's, I suppose, kind of true for most worker placement games. You gotta, if you spread yourself too thin, try to do too many different things, it usually doesn't work out. You gotta kind of specialize.
Boring, boring, boring. Tear up this rulebook and commit some old-school atrocities.
Okay, Half-Light. Oh, calm down there. You're getting a little bit too much like Lely over here. Isn't there? Didn't this box say that there was like a genocide expansion pack included?
Suzerainty is a family game. The only atrocities you'll be committing are against the social standing of your rival administrators as you bring in ever more resources and power for the suzerain. Speaking of, the actual scoring system appears infinitely complex, with a series of tables and appendices required to compute each player's final victory point total. You skip that part for now.
No. Why does this feel so real? As a board game enthusiast myself, this feels very real. The scoring system appears infinitely complex. That it does sometimes. That it does. Let's examine the components.
You open up a number of pouches containing wooden tokens. There are also several punch boards with other cardboard components that will need to be punched out before you can play.
My god, why is this game so freaking good? It's just capturing the feeling of opening a board game so well. My goodness. Alright, let's punch out the cardboard pieces one by one.
Each cardboard token makes a satisfying as you pop it out. Soon, a neat pile of cardboard coins and counters has accumulated before you.
Yeah, Kim, I know we're supposed to be solving a murder, but let me stop to open my new board game and pop out all the freaking... Oh my god, the freaking cardboard. My goodness.
What? You're not going to offer to let me punch any of them out?
Yes, Kim, you're a beautiful, beautiful man. Oh, why couldn't we... We should have offered him. We should have... It's so satisfying. You're right, Kim. You're right.
In addition to the worker and building tokens used by each player, there are also several piles of colorful resource tokens, each representing one of the game's 4 principal resources. From the Empire of Sephre, orange apricot tokens. From Ilmarat, the ancestral name of Ilmara, gray marble block tokens. From the Seminine Islands, white sacks of sugar tokens. And from Supramuindi and Sarah Maritza, magenta tokens for unprocessed cocaine leaves.
Magenta tokens for unprocessed cocaine leaves. What an amazing game.
Oh, those are nice.
Those are nice. Kim, dude, we're going to play with Kim for
You
sure.
hold the open game box before you.
Kim, you want to play?
The lieutenant looks over the rulebook before he sees something that makes his eyes go wide.
Holy shit. The average playing time for this game is 1 to 6 hours.
Kim, we got time, man. We got time.
I'm not sure we can afford to set aside that kind of time for a game.
Oh, we definitely can. We have to convince Kim to play the game with us. Screw finding a brand manager or anything else like that. We're getting... Oh, right. We're looking for suggestion. Let's not get too carried away by putting on my armor boots yet. Kim, we gotta play this game. We got to. Oh, this one should have suggestion. Look how cool my fallen pants are. Double click. I've been playing this game for how long, and just now I'm starting to use the double click. My goodness. Everything gives you minus to suggestion. Why do I have so many horrible clothing items? But let's put that on. Is anything giving negative suggestion here? I don't think so. Alright, come on, Kim. Let's play the game. You know you want to. Oh wait, no. Let's not go into this. Let's not do any logic. Let's not talk about suicide. We're playing our board game.
The Suzerainty box is
Come
heavy
on, Cam.
and slightly awkward. What?
No!
Does the lieutenant hate fun? Is he the fun police?
Who died and made you the fun police?
The lieutenant gives you a sour look. He may or may not hate fun, but either way, he does not appreciate your attitude.
I love it. Persistent. We didn't fail the check. We can be persistent.
What is detective
Look at
work
that double
if not
sixes.
an elaborate game? You need logical inference, attention to detail, the ability to analyze your opponent's motives.
Yes. That's why we gotta play board games. It's gonna make us better at being detectives. Come on. It might help us think of more creative solutions to the case.
I do feel like my thinking has become somewhat rigid. Maybe a little diversion to keep the mind limber is just what's in order.
Yeah, it's day 4. We've been hustling our ass off day 1 through 3. It's time for some board games.
See? He's doing the hard work himself. All he needed was a little nudge.
Yeah, thank you, suggestion.
Alright, you've convinced me. How do we play?
I've read the rules already. I'll show you. We did read the rules.
You explain the basic setup procedures to the lieutenant, who seems to be a quick study. You each take your bag of tokens and counters and unfold the board between you.
I do feel kind of bad that we were supposed to call the library. Oh no!
In the center is the crown of Revachon. Radiating outward are her colorful vessels, each one supplying some raw material desired by the suzerain. Apricots from Safre,
Oh, we talked about the
archaeological
magenta
treasures
cocaine from
Ilmarat,
Supramundi
sugars from the
and
Seminole
Saramiritsa.
Islands, and magenta cocaine from Supra Muindi and Saramiritsa. There's also a neat little log to keep track of your progress, in case you need to put the game away and return to it later.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
The lieutenant goes first. He draws.
Are we gonna play out the whole
and
game?
moves several of his workers to the Safra
No, that's
territory
impossible.
of the board, and the others to the Seminole Islands.
Dude, let's get that magenta cocaine.
Alright, detective. Your turn.
You have a few options available to you. Will you try to fulfill contracts right away, or rearrange your workers to maximize production on future turns?
Dude, of course we're maximizing production.
Remember what the rulebook said. You'll want to choose a strategy early on and stay committed to it.
What? Let your workers rest for a while? Just do whatever Kim did. Oh no, we can't do that. We're gonna let our workers rest for a while, so we can maximize production on future turns.
What? It's the very beginning of the game. Your workers haven't even done any
Make them work
yet.
a little, but not too much.
That's more like it. You produce a handful of archaeological treasures and a smattering of other resources.
Oh man.
Meanwhile, the lieutenant spends
That's so
2
funny.
of his sugar and 1 of his apricot tokens to complete his contract card. He is rewarded with 4 coins and a round wooden token that he places in the center of the board.
That's a market. It's worth 2 victory points.
Why didn't I get one? Kim, can I do my first turnover? I think I messed up. Glower silently.
Don't worry, it was mostly just luck. You'll earn some points soon enough.
What is that patronizing tone? You're one of the suzerain's trusted administrators.
Administrators.
You may need to put the lieutenant in his place.
It's okay, authority. This is hilarious. I love that we got this board game. Yeah, we kind of didn't read the points part.
Points are nothing. They don't exist. They're just an arbitrary
Oh my God,
convention
I
that
meant
games
points
use
in the
to
game,
reward
not
or punish
points.
players for certain behaviors.
Am I getting points right now? Let's not go too far into that. That makes sense.
Now, I believe it's your turn.
Glancing over the board, you see several possible strategies. Pressing more workers into service would increase your economic output and help you to survive a possible conflict with the lieutenant. Or you could ignore your labor supply and focus on fulfilling contracts for points and resources.
Dude, we're doing the workers into service.
Those aren't your only options.
Oh yeah, that's right. We can attack him.
You could also show your workers how much you appreciate them by investing some of that wealth in them. After all, they're the ones producing wealth for the suzerain.
Sounds awfully communist rhetoric.
Well, sure, you can do that. It's just not a terribly effective strategy, but then it's up to you.
Yeah. More workers into service.
Using your powers of persuasion, you convince more workers to join your cause. After several turns, your worker tokens greatly outnumber the lieutenants. A vast army of expendable labor is at your command.
Why do we have these 2 options? Take pity on their misery. They're board game tokens. Gaze on your workers like a harsh but proud deity. I feel like that is definitely what our ultra-liberal apocalypse cop would be down with.
Too bad investing in your workers just isn't worth many points.
What do you mean?
Take a look at the scoring tables in the back.
Oh no.
You see in Table 8C that investing in territorial infrastructure multiplies your final victory point total by 1, which is to say not at all. Whereas, erecting monuments in Revachol gives you a multiplier of 5.
Values of the ruling class are completely divorced from the well-being of the people who generate the wealth. So you're saying I should treat my workers like disposable labor instead? So you're saying I fucked up? These are great options. Let's go with option number 2.
Yes, precisely.
Nonsense. Remember what the lieutenant said. If points are arbitrary, who cares about winning? You should reject their system and just play how you want.
Yo, we bought this game so we could win. Get out of here, rhetoric.
Now it's the lieutenant's turn to respond. he moves aggressively onto the Safre territory. Soon, his workers are producing a steady supply of extremely valuable apricots.
Wait, is that why they're talking about like the apricot-scented gum? And the other apricot-scented stuff? Like, apricots are the freaking wealthy thing of the world of Revachol? Man, this game, like, ties it all together so well. Such a beautiful game.
How can you let the lieutenant dominate you like that? You need to hit back, and hard.
Dude, we're gonna get those magenta cocaine leaves, don't worry.
For several turns, you struggle to respond to the lieutenant's burgeoning
Yes!
empire. Eventually,
Yes!
you relocate the majority of your workers to Supremawindi and Saramaritsa, where they begin producing a bumper crop of cocaine tokens.
Oh yeah, we got this.
You draw a new contract card. According to the text, there's an aristocrat willing to trade a large supply of cocaine for a number of coins and access to a rare bonus. Amplified music.
Oh,
worth
yeah.
7 victory points.
Let's get that amplified music.
Oh yeah, baby. Cocaine and rock music go together like cocaine and rock
Yes! Cocaine and rock music!
music.
We
this
know
isn't
it.
unlike the situation the historical Revacholian Suzerainty faced in Safre in the middle of the last century.
What, did the rock music take over? I just realized this is like a giant brain coming out of this book. That's pretty cool. Tell me more, Encyclopedia.
Well, the suzerain was looking for new markets for all the cocaine it was producing, and it settled on Safre.
I mean, okay. I see the historical context here. The East India Company pushing opium into China.
By introducing cocaine into Safre under exclusive contract, the suzerain created an extremely valuable captive market for an extremely addictive product.
I personally feel that's fucked up, but I believe our ultra-liberal apocalypse cop would believe that's brilliant.
If you could somehow get the lieutenant's workers addicted to your cocaine, you could not only make them less productive, you would also force the lieutenant to pay you for your cocaine tokens each turn.
Is that part of the game? This is the most amazing board game ever. Can you even do that?
Yes, you can. It's right there.
It's
in the
right
rules.
there in the rules. You can get workers addicted to cocaine. That's amazing.
Now's your chance. Show the lieutenant what happens when he patronizes
We're
you.
gonna get them addicted to
You've
the
reached
cocaine.
a critical strategic juncture. How do you respond to the lieutenant's aggression?
Sorry, Kim, you're not gonna like this. Introduce the lieutenant's workers to cocaine.
With each passing turn, you slowly bleed the lieutenant of coins as his own workers become less productive and more dependent on your magenta cocaine tokens.
This is a wonderful episode. This is beautiful. Thank you, Kim, for joining in.
As a matter of historical fact, this is almost exactly what happened in Safre. To this day, fully half of the former Safre Empire remains dependent on international aid in exchange for a steady supply of cheap produce.
That's hella messed up. But I think we'll say it out loud. Or maybe we shouldn't. That'll give Kim insight into what our plan is. But I think it's too late, right? Just like they did to Safre?
More or less.
Yeah. How to get out of the jam you've put him in. For sure, Kim. For sure.
Realizing victory is slipping away, the lieutenant launches a desperate gambit: protectionism. By erecting tariffs on your cocaine, he hopes to starve you out of the market at the risk of incurring the suzerain's disfavor.
Dude, we're gonna get the suzerain to kick his butt.
The end game is upon you. Do you escalate the trade war with the lieutenant in hopes of crushing him with your economic might? Or do you ignore his aggression and focus on building the mighty victory column structure in Revachol herself? Alternatively, you could throw the whole game away by trying to build a public education system for the children of your
Oh,
workers.
man.
The choice is yours.
Oh, man, that's so aggressive, though, but that's how we're gonna win the game. The victory, we already fucked up in the beginning. We have to do the trade war.
The lieutenant nods gravely as you erect tariffs against his apricots and sugar. This is going to get ugly. With every turn, tariffs are raised, until neither you nor the lieutenant are producing any income or generating resources for the suzerain.
Uh-oh, we're both gonna get our ass kicked.
Even in the best of cases, it's impossible to really win a trade war. But this is far from the best case, and the lieutenant's apricot-powered economic engine crushes yours.
Oh no.
Soon, your coffers are empty, and the map lies strewn with your worker tokens.
Oh no, our trade war
I
failed.
hope you learned your lesson.
Oh, never get involved in a trade war in Insolinde. No, not never play board games. We just lost to Kim because he's a smart dude.
Never fuck with Kim Kitsuragi.
Yes! Never fuck with Kim Kitsuragi.
Now, let's tally up the scores, shall we?
Computing the final scores is almost a game unto itself.
Look how much time
You each
passed.
spend an inordinate amount
It
of
was
time
like
making
15
stacks
minutes.
of coins,
That's so true.
consulting tables, and struggling with basic addition and multiplication. After double, then triple checking your maths, you have your final score.
We got wrecked, didn't we?
-5 victory points. You'll be lucky if the suzerain doesn't have your whole family executed for such a pitiful
Oh
performance.
no!
I've got 15 points.
Oh, good job, Kim.
Don't look too glum, detective. There's always next time. Figuratively, I mean. There's no way we have time to play this game again. Now, let's clean up and get back to work.
You hold the open game box before you.
All right, Kim. That was a fun time. I did enjoy the fact that we could get his workers addicted to cocaine, but I did learn my lesson. Never fuck with Kim Kitsuragi. Now let's actually do something we were supposed to be doing.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers,
Oh
a
man,
radio
that was such.
microphone,
Oh
a pull-out
god, this game is
toolbox,
so
and
good.
the soft glow
So
of the fuel
freaking
preheater.
good.
This is Precinct 57. Hold on, officer.
So freaking good. I love that little, just that little whole thing where you could play a board game with your partner. That's amazing.
I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to their librarian. Connecting the call in 2, 1.
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library
Oh,
here.
hello there.
How can I help you, officer?
I'm looking for any information that you can provide on Billy Magine, a reader.
Billy Majon, you said.
Majon.
Give me a
Sure.
moment, I'll have to check our database.
I mean, I said Magine, but you can say Majon. Magine, Majon. I'm sure someone pronounces it correctly.
On Moreau Drive in central Jamrock, in a darkened hall lit by orange desk lamps far away from the noise outside, a middle-aged man taps commands into an old radio computer. A printout falls on the desk. Behind him, a lonely reader scours some dusty bookshelves, looking for a paperback.
Man, that was one of the saddest things, for me personally, of the pandemic, was how all the libraries closed. Can't go in and find your books. And now they've, like, taken to... I mean, it's cool. They're renovating the libraries now, since most of the libraries are still closed. I think the main library is open, but... I don't know. I used to visit the library, like, once a week. It's been probably over a year since I've been there now.
Yes, hello, are you still there? I found Billy Majon's home address, is that alright?
Not
No
really
phone
that
number,
good.
unfortunately.
Yeah, home address is fine.
Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Cape Side Apartments, it says. That's all.
That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it?
Do you have any other information on Billy Magine?
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day.
Do you know someone who was?
Marie? Marie? Do you remember a reader named Billy Majon? They returned a Tybalt book the other day. Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lowe's Radio City 87, but we don't have it yet.
So Billy Majon is a woman, not a man. How did your colleague know that it was her husband?
Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me. Sometimes her husband returns some books for her.
Man. That is kind of sad. Like, you know, one person, we're connected to so many different people. And, like, even in small ways, even, like, the people at the library, they may know who you are. And your death, it affects not only those who you're close to, like your wife and children, but also all these other people. Interesting. interesting to think about.
Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight.
Alright, can she describe what the husband looks like?
Marie? She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he'd had a drink or two the last time she saw him.
You know, well, I mean, it fits the MO. It fits the MO. What was he wearing?
1 second. Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you. That's all from me. I have no other questions.
Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer.
Anything else you need from me?
I'm done with the radio.
57's over and out.
Thank you, Alice. Alice, have you... I feel like Alice. I mean... Oh, Alice. You deserved your own
In
episode.
the cabin, you see a set
Look
of
how cool
steering
Alice
levers.
is.
A rate.
But obviously, today's episode is going to Suzerainty. Now, I believe, if we look at our thing, we have to go and talk... Yeah. Go deliver the bad news. Do we do it this episode? We have probably a little bit of time. I'm sure it'll be alright. Yeah, let's put on our other jacket, though. Yeah. Get my shivers on. Also, what the heck is this shirt? White polo shirt? Sounds horrible. What kind of other shirt were we wearing before? Logic shirt? No, our armored shirt. There we go. It's like, what am I doing with this white polo shirt? We're a frickin' T900 right here. Armored to the gills, baby. In we go. Up to the balcony. They did say that's where the smoking man lived. And we know a lot about the cigarette smoking man on the balcony. He's probably one of our favorite people. Let's see, is this 20
A
Rue
weathered brown door.
Saint-Ghislaine?
The number reads 20.
It looks like it is.
Something smells good. Soup alongio. The lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock.
Oh, you don't want to deliver the news, Kim?
Get yourself together. It's just police work.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine. I got this.
Hello? Who is it?
And someone turns down the radio.
Is this Billy Majon's home? This is the police. Please open the door.
The police. A moment, please give us a moment.
Tidying up. Nervously.
Come in, the door is open.
Oh. We can go inside. That's interesting. Thought we would just deliver the news from the outside. Don't run, okay? Take it slow while exploring the apartment. Be respectful. An empty pack of red Astras hidden under the bed. That's what he smoked, right? Yep. Windows covered in old newspaper clippings. Hello, detective. Hello, ma'am. I didn't think like running would actually change anything. Humanitarian aid macaronis. Leftovers kept warm on the stovetop. Buckwheat and onions. Doesn't sound like a very wealthy family. I feel like we would have said something to her. Probably like, oh yes, let's take a look around the apartment first. Textbook for mathematics, trigonometry. Temporary pop stars. So this is the kids' room and this is the parents' room? Okay. Hello, ma'am.
It's you from the book stand.
Oh, that's right. She was the one buying the books. Billy Majon. And it makes sense that she was going to the library. Everything's clicking together
I don't
here.
think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Tea? Lemonade? We're out of coffee.
No, ma'am. I have some news to deliver.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief for now.
Thanks.
You're on your own here.
But I'm alright.
Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up in the station if that's what.
That's not really the news we have to deliver.
No, this is something much worse. Is he in a hospital? How bad is it?
He's not in a hospital.
It's like ripping off a bandage. The least painful way is to do it straight away, without stalling.
No, 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 no. Yeah, not this, not this. We'll kind of go around it, maybe a little bit. You live here with Victor, your husband, right?
It's me, Victor, and the kids here. We have 2 daughters, Jenny and Jolie.
And where is everybody? I don't see anyone home.
The girls are staying at their friend's place tonight. And Victor is out.
Why are we saying out where? We already know he's dead.
He has a problem with drinking, and so he disappears every now and then. He's probably in the parks drinking with his friends. I sent him to the library a few days ago, but I guess something came up.
Alright. Well, do you remember what he was wearing when you last saw him?
His old leather jacket.
Can you describe it?
It's just your average brown leather jacket, but he bought it as a teenager, so...
No distinctive features?
No, well, the lining is hand-sewn. It's blue. I tried to make the thing more weatherproof since he's running around with it in the middle of winter.
Yeah, well... What was he supposed to do in the library?
Just to return a book of mine. Why? Why all those questions, Detective? Did he...
Was it The Glinting Curve by M. Thibault?
Yes.
Alright, there's something else I have
She
to tell you.
folds her hands across her chest. Here it comes.
Here we go. Let's try and say it with some good empathy. Let's not fail too heavily.
I don't want to.
But we have to.
I don't want to do this.
Come on, empathy.
Force yourself. Slap yourself.
Yeah. Just say it. I'm gonna slap my cheek. We're gonna do this.
Say what?
Officer,
Too late. You ruined it. Just say it now.
Your husband's dead.
Excuse me? What? What did you say?
we are very sorry to inform you, but your husband, Victor Méjean, was found dead this morning on the Martinez boardwalk.
Oh. But he was just...
I understand that this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you if you have any questions. We are very sorry for your loss, ma'am.
Wow, this took a real turn from playing board games to delivering the news of somebody's death.
What happened to him? Tell me.
Let's not get too graphic. He drank himself to death.
And you just found him there? Lying in the cold?
Yes.
How long had he been there?
It's hard to say.
She doesn't reply. Her eyes well up with tears as she struggles to keep it together. You hear the clock ticking in the children's room.
Ooh.
Is there anyone we could call for you? A friend, a family member, someone who could be here for you?
Damn, Kim. That's good one. Good one. Very smart.
No. I just need to tell my girls.
Oh,
It
man.
burns like acid.
Ooh. Yeah, the air would feel very heavy in this circumstance.
God, should I call them? Should I tell them to come home?
Yes, you should.
All right, I'll call them.
She can't take much more. Her stomach is churning. Soon she will have to go to the bathroom and scream.
Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him?
Let's not tell her he's on the boardwalk. He's in the morgue.
And who should I contact?
He was taken to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number, in case you want to contact him earlier.
Yeah, let's not have her go see him on the boardwalk. That seems pretty horrible.
Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still a bit...
Let's not make any excuses for ourselves. Alright, that's it then.
Again, if there's anything we could do for you, then don't hesitate to call the RCM, ma'am.
She just nods, distant and inconsolable. The bed springs rattle beneath her as she begins to shake. These are her last reserves of strength. Her muscles will give in soon to a scream.
I'll take it from here. Thank you.
We should step outside and talk.
Set the library card by her and leave the room. Ooh, that was heavy. That was heavy. Kim, you have anything to say? Any last words?
So, the death notification.
Yeah, that didn't go, you know, my brain is kind of messed up.
Well? No, it didn't.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know I fucked up.
It's alright, don't worry about it. I'll call the station when we're finished with the day, and let them know the name of the deceased.
Yeah, so what about Billy and her kids?
There's not much we can do for them anymore, I'm afraid.
They have to. It's not your place to live their lives.
Alright, that's it, Kim?
That's it. We should get back to our case. There's nothing more we can do here.
Right.
And
Let's get back to
officer,
it then.
I've seen worse. This wasn't the worst I've seen, okay? Now let's go.
I really have, he thinks. She was strong. She made it easy for us.
Damn, that's probably true. Like, I'm sure there's way worse reactions you could get. Way worse, for sure. Yeah, and even though I kind of messed it up, at least I kind of salvaged it. I feel. And we were doing. I felt like we had a pretty good shot at it. You know, you roll double sixes to play a board game. And then sometimes when you're trying to tell someone that their husband's dead, you just don't do too good of a job. But anyway, it's 1400. We still have like a lot of time. A lot of time before we go and talk to pigs. So I think we're gonna have to go and grab some more books. I think you can just sit on a bench to waste time, but why do that? We can read. Why waste time on a bench when we can waste time reading? So yeah, I think we also have to find our personal brand strategist. Maybe we'll run around a little bit more next time. But that'll do it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you do, you can always toss a like and leave a comment below. And until next time, do remember to take care of yourself. And even though it gets hard sometimes, even though you get beat by your partner in a board game, do remember to keep it disco, baby.